the first time you saw like someone who was shot,
Mm-hmm.
was that the first time?
Oh yeah, I mean,
Was it, you
it
didn't
was
see
in
anybody?
Afghanistan.
Yeah, it wasn't in America.
No, it was in Afghan. Yeah.
Um, what's the sensation?
So, I had a kind of unique situation in that I had been in the military about 4 years, yeah, before I deployed,
Okay.
right? So by this point, I've been trained and trained and trained and trained and trained and trained and trained, right? So, and they do this for a very good reason, in that when you enter combat, you are panicking. You are. You just are. That's it. You're not thinking. You're not being objective. You're not. You're right. You're on. You actually just go kind of into autopilot. Right. There's not a lot of thought going on. So if you are trained and trained and trained and trained, your muscle memory will just kick in, and you'll just start doing these things. Right. And so you'll start doing the moves. Right. And so you ever take a martial arts class?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes this analogy more difficult, right? So in a martial arts class or a self-defense class, anything like that?
No.
No. They kind of teach you, like, if somebody grabs you like this, you do that, right?
Okay, muscle memory.
Yeah, exactly. And so we just run on that in combat,
Okay.
right? So you just kind of start doing the things. So it's like, okay, I see a person bleeding out in front of me. He's been shot in the leg, right? I know that because I had the reaction to start sweeping around his body to see where he's bleeding from.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know that I need to put a tourniquet on there. I have a tourniquet on me, so I'm going because we have these tourniquets, right, specifically for this, right? Or if they're an American soldier, right, they have the tourniquet on them, so we use their tourniquet. So we grab their tourniquet out of their pocket, and then we put it on them, right? And now they're not going to bleed out. And it just happens, right? Now I move on to the next thing because that's what I'm trained to do.
Okay.
Like, oh, I just do this, blah, done, right? You barely even notice you're doing it.
So it's like it's adrenaline. It's like it's like this sort of programming.
Yeah,
You're so programmed that you don't even you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
But you're not thinking about what you're doing.
right.
You're playing without thinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Lights on, you're doing stuff. Nobody's home.
Yeah.
You're just doing stuff. And then you come to later and you're like, oh man, what the heck? Holy cow. Yeah.
Every time.
Pretty much every time, yeah. Just, I mean, sometimes you get shot at and it's like, oh, well, okay, whatever. They're not hitting anything. They're not even close. I'm going to sit here undercover and I'm going to figure out what to do, right? Like, sometimes, and, you know, sometimes it's like, okay, what's your course of action, right? You wait for what sergeant says to do because sergeant's in charge or lieutenant's in charge. So you got to do what he's telling you to do, and you're going to do it right now. You know, that's a lot of what basic training is about, right? You've seen Full Metal Jacket, okay? All that stuff that R. Lee Ermey is putting those recruits through, those Marines through. It's to train them physically, right? Make sure that they're mostly physically fit enough to act and keep up, and also instill the idea of this order, right? This sort of like, okay, I do what that guy says because he has more stripes on his shoulder than I do, right? So he tells me, run over there, I'm running over there as fast as I can. I don't ask how fast, right? If I say jump, you jump. You do not ask how high.